Good morning and welcome back to coldwaters.mod. I'm David Steele, or Captain Numpty, and I have a teeny tiny little confession to make, and that is, not long after my last Sturgeon South China Sea mission, I continued the campaign offline, and I very nearly lost the boat. I suppose I should say about losing the boat. I mean, I knew where it was. I always knew where it was. But escaping from the vicinity of the area after we had kind of upset the Chinese, I got detected by another anti-surface warfare patrol, and they got a lucky airborne torpedo right on me. And very early in the battle. So the long and short, I left. I managed to survive that mission somehow, and I left the game. I saved it right when I was limping back to base. So today's video, I'm going to just jump straight in, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, here goes. So, campaign, South China Sea, go to load. It should be this one. If not, we might have to do the auto-save, but I'm pretty sure I saved it. Let's see, where are we? Yes, okay. So we are pretty much just outside Guam. Let's take a look at my... I may not want to necessarily look at this, but let's take a look. Status report. We've got sub-weapons left, which is good. Oh yes, that's right. I was dropping off Navy SEALs. What's my damage? 2%. No damage to towed array, to the rudder, to planes. Yeah, we took actually I think we took 2 hits. We have a big hole in this section and a big hole towards the front. I've never seen all compartments flood in a Sturgeon, but I have now. Alright, well I think the mission is to defend Thailand, or is it to intercept a submarine? Yeah. Intel reports commandos are going to land from a submarine in the vicinity of Taipei within the next week. Yeah, we've got to head back to base and get this boat fixed up. And we could really do with some more weapons. One Mark 48 is not enough to deal with. Well, it may be enough to deal with the lone submarine, but they might have an escort. Okay, let's go ahead and head back to base. Back home in ports, happy and safe, but at the same time with a gnawing feeling in the gut that things could have gone better. I mean, yes, but I had 3 torpedoes and a Moss. So, I mean, anyway. Perhaps some exchange of ideas with other skippers. Yeah, no. You were a little harsh on me, Cold Waters. Okay. Continue. We're going to... submarines got away. This is not good news for the campaign. Alright, let's see what happens. So the southern end of Thailand is, or Taiwan even, is already invaded by Chinese forces, and now the northern end has been hit. Okay. Right. They're following it up with an amphibious landing. That is bad news. This is probably one of those absolutely critical missions in the game. So yeah, I gotta sink the amphibious landing ships. Okay, I'm gonna mute my microphone. I think I'm either gonna sneeze or cough, and I got half a mug full of coffee. I don't want to let it get cold, but I'm gonna go on, fix the boat, grab some weapons, and head out to sea. Are you kidding me? I may have just lost the campaign. Let's see. China's taken Taiwan. Okay, so we've got the northern edge as well. Massive forces on Thailand. Taiwan, not Thailand. US had promised to defend Taiwan, and we weren't there to do it. Okay, it's giving me lots of bones here. It's giving me lots of bones to just throw me a bone. Plans to reinforce this invasion force. Okay, so supply ships. All right, leaving Nimbo and must intercept and destroy before they land additional troops. Okay, I have got to get my butt over there and do some damage, but I need more weapons. Continue, rearm and repair. 3 harpoons, 1 moss. Let's add another moss, and let's load up. How many hours? I'm 80 hours. China. Okay. The battle area in China has seen a major shift in initiative as Allied units retake large tracts of Chinese-held territory. Okay. Beijing fiercely condemns what they term, okay, US aggression. Oh no, I'm suppressing a yawn. Okay, that's interesting. I need some reloads. How much have I got? Well, let's just go ahead and reload this. I think I want a bunch of torpedoes. So I've got 7 in reserve, 3 mosses, 3 harpoons, but I've still got 6 spots left. I'm going to go ahead and just get some more. It's another 3 hours. Okay, fully stocked. Let's hit it. Yeah, the cargo ship I think is already there. Or maybe it's not. That might be a former one. So we'll find out. This takes so long. It's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, we managed to avoid a patrol. Zip round here. Alright, let's see. Okay. I guess with good grace, it gave me the mission. We're 20 knots, we're 600 feet, but that might be a bit shallower. And there's a thermal layer at 250, so my priority when this starts is to get my speed down, get my towed area out, and just sniff around and get ready to launch at anything that has a Chinese badge on it and a gun or a weapon. Okay, let's hit it.
Sonar, new contact bearing 3, 5.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Back emergency, maneuvering eye. Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering eye.
Con, sonar.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 3, 5, 9. Designated Sierra 3. Con, sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort. Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 3, 4, 6. Designated Sierra 6. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 3, 5, 2. Designated Sierra 7. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 3, 4, 6. Designated Sierra 8. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 0, 6, 9. Designated Sierra 9. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 3, 3, 0. Designated Sierra 1, 0.
Okay, I think that's settled down a little bit. It's a lot of targets. I'm going to point my nose
Come
towards
left to 338, helm
the
eye.
thread. My coffee did go cold. I mean, if that's not why you're watching this video, but it went cold. It's a trawler? Okay.
Con sonar, Sierra 9 is classified as merchant.
I would not be surprised if 8 is a submarine, given it's faded a little. Yeah, that looks like a Romeo.
Con sonar, Sierra 8 is classified as submerged submarine.
I'm actually going to offset a little bit. I need to get some weapons out, but I want to see what... You know what? Traditionally, I would get some weapons out, but I think what I want to do... I've got 2 wires. It's a lot of activity.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
Sierra 4 is a Fuking. Good grief. My crew is experienced. I'm so glad I didn't lose the boat. But yeah, there's a lot going on. I'd love to get...
sonar, Sierra 7 is classified as merchant.
I'd love to get some torpedoes out.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as escort. Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as merchant. Con sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
Good grief, there's a lot out here.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
I'm guessing that Sierra 10 is a merchant too. Yeah, I think it's a trawler.
Con sonar, Sierra 10 is classified as merchant.
So, who or what can hear me? And it looks like the Romeo, if it's pinging me, could hear me, but otherwise actually good. Now the Romeo is gonna hear a torpedo launch, and here's the deal. I really want to get a couple of torpedoes out. Actually, I want to get all 4 unloaded, but my problem is I would also really want to get a Moss out, and I'm going to have to reload. Now that helicopter is 4,000 yards behind me. Let's just do a quick F4 scan and see what airborne assets are in the area. Right, that's a helo. Just one. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I mean, I have to, I'm gonna have to do something here just to persuade these Chinese that they do not get to nearly sink me. So, what I'm going to do is prep. This torpedo here is going to go after the Romeo. I'm actually going to run east. So,
Come right to
torpedo 2-4 is after the Romeo.
0, helm I.
3 is going to be after the Chengdu, and those are both going to have wires attached. So let's get this one out first, and then get it 4,000 yards away. No, 3,500 yards. Number 1.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
And then this one here will be maybe 4,000 yards.
Shoot
Same thing.
2-3.
Great.
Aye, sir.
And then, okay, so something's gotten my, yeah, something's detected me, and then a couple of guided but without a wire.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
We'll get a Moss reloaded here. So then this next one, I'm going to send it pretty much here.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Okay, I am going to, do I want to move to, I think this Romeo's got wind of me. So, I would imagine that it has. I'm going to stay at fire. Do I want to stay at 5 knots? I'm not sure. Let's get another torpedo loaded. Yeah, I really could do with thinning the numbers down a little bit and getting a Moss out, because as soon as they figure out where I am, which will not take very long, I'm going to come under attack. And
Con, helm, steady course.
that's never good. In fact, let me get up to 10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
I think torpedo 4 is gonna, I'm gonna make 4 live.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Because even if I don't, this
Con,
room,
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
This Romeo is going to detect the other torpedoes, so I may as well just put him under direct threat. He's the same depth as me. Okay. And this torpedo is... I'm pointing it towards the point of interception. So that hopefully will detect him. It hasn't yet, but I'm hoping it will. Right, we've got a Moss out. That's good. I'm going to divert torpedo 3 to the west. We're going to attack the Chengdu head on, if we can.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay. Torpedo 4 has acquired the Romeo. That's good. I expect the Romeo will counterfire. That's less good, but okay.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 341.
And here's the deal: if the torpedo loses acquisition,
torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Loses acquisition on the Romeo, that's okay because there's other targets, and pretty much everything immediate here is hostile. There's a couple of merchants, or a trawler and a merchant to the northwest, but everything else is fair game. I do not like being killed or being shot at by Chinese. So let's jump to this torpedo here, and we're going to watch and guide this torpedo in to take care of this Romeo problem. Let's ping him so everyone can hear and panic everyone.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 8, last bearing 341. Contact breaking up.
I don't feel bad. I probably should, but I really don't. Okay, so number 3. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to target the sinking Romeo. But yeah, we really want to take care of this escort, because what's his detection on me? Not great. What is the Chengdu? Let's take a look. Torpedo carrying missiles, FQF, I think that's a rocket style Hedgehog launcher. Okay, so he's not a great threat, but he's still a threat nevertheless. So 3, we're gonna negotiate you. I'm gonna make 3 active.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
Yep, it's acquired him, but I'm gonna manually steer it towards the point of interception. I'm well aware that there's lots of targets that are steaming north right now, or
torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
turning away. So let's let this thing guide itself and get another torpedo out. This one's going to be wire guided. I'm going to aim for this. I can't even say this. Chingcha. Let's send it here.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Okay, there we go. And I'm going to actually steer this thing behind me, like so. This Chengdu's about to get it, except it's not.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 344. Contact breaking up.
Kaboom. Now, oh, that's interesting. What's going on here? Angle dangle there. This guy is turning hard away. Not surprising. There's a lot of activity here. Yeah, I gotta get me into here. Alright, I'm gonna fire another torpedo. I really need to get these torpedoes on the way.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
And that one is gonna go northeast. Let's flick back to me for a second. So, there we go. So far, okay, I saw a torpedo. Yeah, again, they don't know where I am, and this is both surprising and very, very good news. There's no point in sending a Moss right now because they really don't know where I am. But these 2 torpedoes, wonderful. I'm actually going to send.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Really? That must be a delayed notification.
Fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Must be a delayed.
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
A delayed notification from earlier, but okay. Right, let's check how quickly these merchants can travel. So, Fuking, 16 knots, great. Chengdu has a warship, so 28 knots, not a big threat. The Qishong, don't know what that is. 16, yep, okay. And then the Jiangwei is another warship, and 28, okay. So actually, they didn't bring very good quality ships to the fight. They brought a knife to a gunfight, is how it feels. So Torpedo 2 may take out one of these warships, but my primary targets are the... what was that? I don't know what that was. It's a warship. I mean, maybe something else hit a warship. Huh. Okay. Or whatever that was, I don't think I caused it. I guess something else hit the jet. Did I have another torpedo? Oh, yes, I do actually. I had a, okay. There are other torpedoes that are out there. I forgot about them, but they're. I'm not guiding them. So we took the Chengdu, took another hit. Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, yeah. Okay. Well, would have been nice to have taken out another one of the cargo ships, but it's okay. We're just expressing some dominance here. Okay, let's run this north, and I'm going to go ahead and pop myself up to 13 to 15 knots. Yes, I am.
Make
And I'm
turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
going to start to turn a little bit more north. The
Maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
The helo behind me doesn't seem to have a clue where I am. In fact, I think anyone knows where I am. And when this kind of battle happens, sometimes there's just like the enemy don't know where I am. And it's nice when it does.
Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording. I'll be back when there's something a bit more interesting going on. The benefit of forgetting there was a torpedo on the way. It took out Sierra 4, which is good, and now Torpedo 2 and Torpedo 4 are going to take out the other two Fukings. Why am I concentrating on those as opposed to the Gongsha? Well, the reason being is that these Fukings have anti-missile defenses, but I don't know how you say that. Chi-Sha, is it Chi? However it's said. That doesn't have anti-missile defenses, and so I've got a harpoon with its name on it. Now there are a couple of escorts and a helicopter miles behind me, so
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
okay, so 2 needs to go for Sierra 6, like so. There we go, and then 4 is going to go for Sierra 5. Anyway, I've got my speed up to 15 knots. I'm gonna reload harpoon, get to harpoon depth, and fire it at Sierra 7, and then I'm also gonna bug out of here. So I'm kind of looking forward to executing this this attack.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing
Okay.
338. Contact breaking up.
I wasn't even looking, and Sierra 6 took it, so took one up the Jaxie. So let's take a quick look at the sinking supply ship. There we go. Bit of a mess. At least everyone's got time to get off, which is good. And it's going down to see Davy Jones. It's on fire. It's listing.
Con,
It's
fire
sinking.
control, weapon acquired.
All right, and we know that 5 is not long for it as well. So here comes Torpedo 4. It's right at it. Let's watch it get hit.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 345. Contact breaking up.
Torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Okay. Now, do I take out these escorts or not? I mean, yes, I think I should, but on the other hand, I don't necessarily need to. And they're not really a big threat. Now, they may become a threat. So here's my thought process. In fact, let me get myself another Mark 48 loaded. They don't know where I am right now. They're going to know where I am when I fire this harpoon. And I'm going to bug out. So I'm pointing, my heading is pretty much north-northeast. Great. I'm going to go ahead and head probably east-southeast after I fire. I'm going to drive perpendicular. I don't think they're going to be that much of a threat. Now I'm going to leave my towed array out until I fired the harpoon, and then I'm going to bug out. Now let's just quickly see if we can detect that helicopter. No, we can't. But it's not really a threat. Sierra 2, okay, it's behind me. Broadside, he's not hearing a thing. He's not going to hear a torpedo launch. So I could take care of it with a torpedo, but harpoons are difficult to use in the South China Sea. So we're going to use a harpoon. I think we're just about ready to get to
Torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
missile launch depth. So
Make depth 190
let's
feet.
go ahead and do that. I'm going to drop my speed to 5 knots. In fact, this goes above the layer. Yeah. Okay. So there's a chance I'm going to get detected if by the Chengdu when I go above the layer, because it's well, it's a moderate darts and a weak layer, but I don't really want to get detected. Well, I guess we never do, but if we do, I'll fire a torpedo at it. Let's get these torpedoes prepared. There's 2 of them if I need them. They're ready to go. Let's get my speed down to 5 knots. I'm about to break through the layer.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Done that. Quick check on his detection. So 29 decibels active. It's come up a little bit, but not much. And Sierra 2, the jack.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 10, bearing 325.
Janway is -9. Okay, so they've just gained 10 decibels because we've gone through the layer. That's fine. We're almost at firing depth. Okay. I think we're ready. So let's go ahead and fire. That should cover it. So the order's going to be fire, torpedo, set my depth and my heading, get my towed array in, and I don't necessarily have to do that in that order, but that's what I'm going to end up doing. So let's just check. It's moving at 16 knots, so he's moving at 16 knots. Let's go ahead and do this. I really don't want to.
Dive at 190 feet. Dive high.
I don't want the torpedo to miss. The harpoon to miss. Okay, fire.
Tube 2. Aye, sir.
Come right to 126 helm
Go.
Make depth
Get
984
done.
feet. Dive
We'll
high.
go
Make
656.
depth 65.
I really want to watch
10 knots. Maneuvering
this
out.
harpoon, so let's go ahead and watch. That's not a harpoon.
Maneuvering, making turns.
That's a harpoon.
10 knots.
Okay, that's bad. That's bad as well. So they've detected and they're firing at where I was. Something just blew up. Was that my harpoon?
20 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Nope, I don't think so. That's my harpoon racing towards.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 297. Contact is in the baffles. Sonar lost contact. Sierra 9, last bearing 071.
Maneuvering, making turns.
Come on, harpoon, detect this bad guy.
0 knots.
Thank you. Okay, looks like it's worked. Kill.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 7, last bearing 346. Contact breaking up.
Okay, that worked. so far, but we have to get out of dodge. So we're running away
Come left 2113, helm aye.
from the two warships. We've presented the minimum profile that we can, so that's good. And
dive at 656 feet. Dive aye.
we're now at depth. I don't need this harpoon anymore, so I'm going to reload with a Mark 48. How many have I got left? I've got 8 in reserve. Okay. And 2 harpoons. It's nice to use a harpoon every once in a while. It's just difficult to do so. Right. So now we have a Moss ready to go. I'm curious to see where this helicopter's ended up, but I'm going to accelerate time. We may get detected. I mean, we're moving 20 knots, but I think we may get away with this. So let's accelerate time. There is deeper water in that direction as well, which it's a long way away. Now we know that they can catch up.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
So let's keep it running. Now I did consider not retrieving the towed array because I don't need to retrieve it at 20 knots. It just doesn't have a purpose. But if I'm detected, I'm going to want to push flank speed, and I've got to slow down to retrieve the towed array, then to get back up to flank speed. Okay, we've put about 3,000 yards. There's that helicopter, but I don't think it spotted it. It's 4,000 yards. Now he can cover this distance a little quicker than I can. Hey, we have a disengage. All right, I would say that went remarkably well. Not as surgical as it could have been. We did take out 1 warship, but we took out everything else. Oh, actually, we took out a submarine as well, but that was a threat. They are most definitely a threat. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and close this here. I kind of feel like doing another mission, especially as I think the Chinese are going to be pretty upset, and they might come right after me. Yeah, wonderful. 800 tons. Okay, let's hit continue. All right. We haven't necessarily defended Taiwan, but at least we have helped. Okay. All right. Oh, I gotta get some T-lambs. Okay, so gonna hit warships in port facilities themselves, and I gotta go to Shantou. Okay, that's these are sometimes challenging missions, but we can carry T-lambs, submarine launched cruise missiles. So okay, let's go ahead and get out of here and get some T-lambs. Then we'll head back to Shantou. Yeah, see how there's enemy contacts around me? I'm going to just skirt to the north here. I don't mind engaging the enemy, but I don't necessarily want to. Now, Shantou is to the west of Taiwan. I'm going to have to run a gauntlet of enemy air patrols. They're able to send and recover patrols from Taiwan right now. I'm surely going to get detected. Okay, I got a congratulations that time. That's good. Let's hit continue. Let's go with reloads, rearm and repair. T-lambs, I need 8. Looks like I can get 8. Okay, I gotta drop something else. Let's drop a Mark 48. And I think I could be aggressive and go ahead and reload the T-lambs here, but I don't know that I'm not going to be able to get to my destination without needing other weapons. So we're going to go ahead and yeah, I'll leave it at that. Is I think these Chinese will be upset. They might be able to intercept me. Okay, so we're moving along, seemingly slowly. There's a lot of activity there. They're going to detect me for sure. Campaign has not gone the best for me. Oh, There we go. See, I should have kept going in the opposite direction. Okay, well, now we've justified not loading the TLAMs. Right, well, I guess we won't be doing the TLAM mission right now. We'll be doing...
Sonar, new contact bearing.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Back emergency. Maneuvering eye.
We'll be doing warships.
Sonar, new contact bearing.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
I suppose
Sonar, new contact bearing. 274.
Come right to 053. Helm eye.
Sonar, new contact bearing. 309. Designated Sierra 4. Sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort. Sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
that's at least 4 warships so far.
Sonar, new contact bearing. 312. Designated Sierra 7. Sonar, new contact bearing. 256. Designated Sierra 8.
That's a lot.
Sonar, new contact bearing. 357. Designated Sierra 9.
That's a lot of contacts. Surely some of these are just civilian or merchants. Surely. No.
Sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
That looks like a whale, I think. Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as biologic.
And the whales usually come in pairs, so that's nice. Okay, we've got a mixed fleet here. Yeah, I need to get a weapon out, I think, because this looter is ludicrously close.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
And I have...
Sonar, launch transient from
Yep,
Sierra 5.
that is not good. I'm gonna get this Todari out. I am not...
Helm. Steady course.
That's a little disappointing, but okay. What's Sierra 8 then? Is it another submarine? It's coming right at me. Might just be... May just be...
Sonar, Sierra 9 is classified as merchant.
I think it's just a merchant that happens to be in
Sonar, Sierra 8 is classified as merchant.
the wrong place at the wrong time, which is unlucky for him. Now this Romeo is making a break for it. Don't blame him. I may divert this torpedo. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to divert this torpedo to take care of... oh, hello.
Come right to 125. Helm eye.
I'm going to divert this torpedo to take care of one of these escort boats, ships even. Okay, well, we're not that far away from this torpedo circling ahead of me. I did retract my Todari, but I think I want to get it out now. And yes, actually,
Come right to
yeah,
151. Helm eye.
I'll extend, but I need to, yeah, they've boxed me in. That's quite a clever technique. I'm about to lose contact on the stuff approaching, which is unfortunate, but I should still get a reasonable connection or audio trace on this torpedo.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering eye.
What's the Romeo equipped with? Is it set 65 3s or Ks? No.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 279. Contact
Something-
is in the baffles.
Something a little different. It's a,
Maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
so I'd say the Romeo and the
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 9, last bearing 3.
Helm. Steady course.
I'd say this surface warship or this this submarine are both viable targets. I think I need to get this torpedo 2
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
running on the surface and engaging this looter. I need to take care of at least
Con
one.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 288.
Okay, so I've ran it, I've forced it onto the surface. That's great. I think Romeo 5.
Sonar noisemaker bearing 282.
I think Romeo 5's torpedo is well clear of me, but it's maybe only 1,000 yards, and if it circles or snake searches, it could be an issue. So I want to keep heading away at 15 knots. I don't want to run to 20 knots. I lose my wire if I do that. Pretty much guaranteed to lose my wire.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 289.
So I want Sierra 1 to eat this torpedo. Let's check on okay. So torpedo 3.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I'm actually going to divert it and see if we can get this
Con
Romeo
sonar regained contact on Sierra 7, bearing
After.
301.
after all. Right, let's see if we can
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 289.
watch the looter.
Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 291. Contact breaking up.
That's a big hole. It's going down. Okay. So, torpedo 3 is going to hunt that Romeo, and he's making a lot of noise right now. Yeah, buckets of noise. It can't hear me.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 290.
There's a fixed wing aircraft that's dropped some sonar buoys between myself and the warships, so that's a useful technique.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 290. Contact faded.
I think we can drop to 5 knots now, because I think that torpedo behind me is well distant, but we'll do it. But
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
But okay, there it is. But absolutely, if I need to, I'll be running at 20 knots or
Con
recovering.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 2.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Okay, so torpedo 3 has acquired the Romeo. That is good.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 297. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 252.
Romeo has deployed countermeasures, which I expect. Let's jump to the torpedo view and see if we can chase this guy down. Do you have aneroid coating? No, you don't. So I'm going to run active sonar, just in case there's any doubt that he's being hunted. This is more for morale.
Control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5, last
Passing 600 feet.
Good night, Romeo. Okay, so let's jump back to the map, take a look. I think we're in a pretty good position right now. I don't think anything knows exactly where I am. I'm going to go ahead and run a little bit more east. Oh, look at that. They've dropped another torpedo east. I wonder if they're watching this as a live stream. They shouldn't be. Guess I'll run south.
Come right to 180. Helm aye.
I don't think there's much danger. I'm going to just double check if anything being able to detect me right now. Nope. Not from Sierra 3. Let's check Sierra 4. Sierra 4 is minus 14, but not yet. This looter's gone. And then this looter up here is... he's out of here. Yeah, he's not interested in a fight.
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Okay, let's run
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
ultra quiet. We have at least one fixed wing in the area, probably a helicopter as well. Yes, we do. Helicopter dropping is dipping sonar to the east-northeast. So Sierra 3 is potentially a threat. Broadside.
Helm, steady course.
Broadside to this guy. But there's a merchant I can try and sneak under. Sierra 4, again, potentially. I think I might want to just maybe turn a little bit more east.
151, helm aye.
What's my depth here? I can actually go deeper, so I am going to go deep. Yeah.
Passing 600 feet. Make depth 1312 feet. Dive aye.
For what it's worth, but we're going to run deeper. And I think it might be sensible to run a little quicker. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that. Let's run at 15 knots. I'm likely to lose my... Well, likely to not hear the warships, but... Sierra 4 is doing 11 knots. He's being a little sneaky. He's listening for me. What's Sierra 3 doing? 26 knots, so he's not going to hear me. The torpedo to my east is
helm, steady course.
is active. In fact, let's go ahead and just do that. Okay, it's locked the map to my location, so he's... Oh, wow, he's 5,000 yards away. That's not a... No, 3,000 yards away. Not really a concern, and I'd like to get this merchant between myself and the enemy, so let's go ahead and crank it on to 15 knots.
Make turns for 15 knots, maneuvering aye.
To avoid this becoming a very long video, so I have a good number of those.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 311. Contact is in the battle.
I'm not surprised at that.
Maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
Right, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I'll be back when I put a bit of distance. And yeah, we'll see what's happening here, but I think I'm pretty well positioned to be able to bug out and continue on my mission to deliver those T-lambs to Shantou. I'll be back. That's not good. I'll not be back just yet.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 301. Contact is in the battle.
If you can hear him, he's close. That's the merchant ship in the background, I think. Maybe.
Con, dive at 1312 feet. Dive aye.
Okay, that might have been a false alarm. Maybe. Okay, let's. I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I'll be back when I put a bit of distance on. Oof. Wow. I just had a torpedo dropped on my head.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
That's not good. That's really, really not good.
Make turns for 20 knots, maneuvering aye.
Wow. I think that was the helicopter. And this torpedo may be shallow, but it's likely to be diving.
Sonar.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 20 knots.
So what may happen is, as this torpedo dives, it will detect the moss, and it's heading away from me. I may have caught this just in time, but I suspect that this halo is very close. In fact, I know it's very close. So the critical point is its sensors are pointing towards me. It's diving. I really need it to detect me when I'm not, rather to detect the moss, because right now, yeah, every time it rotates back towards me,
Tube 1 ready.
I'm vulnerable. Don't want to drop my speed and run ultra quiet, because if it does detect me, I'm not very maneuverable. But wowzers!
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
That is
Bearing 309.
That is the worst luck ever. Okay.
Make turns for 26 knots, maneuvering aye.
Yeah, that's really bad. That's very bad news.
Con
Okay.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 294.
I'm going to run perpendicular to my original
Con
course.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 304.
Like so.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing
I'm
299.
going to get a noisemaker out. I'm actually going to pop up, so we're going to full up.
Passing
So,
1,300 feet.
yeah, I'm going to watch this, and then I'm going to basically drop a noisemaker. I'm going to punt right, basically down.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Do this, drop a
Make
noisemaker.
depth 1312 feet. Dive
There
by.
it goes. Okay, go, go, go. That didn't work. That did not work. That did not work. Why is it not working?
Con, knuckle formed.
No, 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 no. This is really, really not what I wanted it to happen.
Passing 1,100 feet.
Why did it not work? Where is the rum gone? Dang. Okay, that's...
Maneuvering, making turns for 2, 6 knots.
Passing
Dang it, dang it, dang it,
1,200
dang
feet.
it, dang it, dang it, dang it.
Con,
Have another knuckle.
formed.
Oh boy.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Okay, I am in a
Con
hole.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 29.
Passing
A
1,100 feet.
whole butt monkey's worth of
Con
trouble.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 3.
Passing 1,000 feet.
I don't know how much is in a butt monkey, but it's a
Con
lot.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing.
Con, knuckle formed.
Did the
Con
room...
sonar lost contact. Sierra 8, last bearing 339. Contact is in the baffles.
Did the room all of a sudden
Con
get
sonar
warm?
lost contact. Sierra.
Con, knuckle formed.
That moss has been useless.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 324. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar lost contact.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 900 feet.
Wow, this thing does
Con,
not
knuckle formed.
go for knuckles very easily. That's very bad news.
Has been damaged. Passing 1,000 feet.
Well, that sucks. I'm in a whole heap of trouble yet again.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 297.
Oh my
Passing
word.
1,100 feet.
Oh boy, that is really not good. I guess the shock must have...
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 329.
Okay, I'm in a lot of trouble because if I cannot surface the boat, and I am barely climbing right now, if I cannot surface the boat, I can't get rid of this excess water. And if I can't get rid of this excess water, I am sinking. And submarines are meant to sink, but not
Passing
like this.
1,100 feet.
Hey, at least I don't have all compartments full. I mean, shouldn't really tempt fate. Ah, dang. This may have happened before. Except I think it was worse last time.
Come left to 134. Helm aye.
Yeah, I'm not
Torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
I'm not able to clear the water from
Con
the
sonar regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing 008. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 298. Contact is in the baffles.
So the best I can do right now is tread water, and that's pointing the nose 20 degrees up and with full ballast up. And I have 3 flooded compartments. I'm going to have to reduce my depth to be able to reduce the water pressure coming in to stop myself from sinking. So right now... Oh yeah, and I'm limited to 10 knots until propulsion's fixed, if it can be fixed, and I don't know whether it can right now or not. I guess that will teach me not to run away at 15 knots, but I mean, what do I do now? Well, I guess now what I gotta do is just try and evade and fire upon anything that gets close. I guess I'll get my Todari out because that still works. That's good, but
Come
wow.
right to 180, helm I.
I mean, I do have emergency surface. I'm able
Con
to.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 298.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good idea where I am. I'm probably leaking all sorts of fluid. Yeah, that's really disappointing. Yeah, depth charters behind me. Oh, they're very close. Okay, they think I'm deeper than I really am. That is good. Or maybe they're going to the seabed, but either way, they didn't get my number. Okay. That's useful. My engine's still busted? Yep. Can't reduce my speed, because if I were to reduce my speed, it's going to
Come
cause
right
me to
to 189, helm I.
need to pitch up a little bit more. And if I pitch up a little bit more, I probably won't have enough. What's going on?
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 328. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 336.
Con, helm, steady course.
I think what I'm going to need to do is get... I'm going to have to attack these surface warships. I don't really want to. I would rather escape, but without attacking them. But, well, they may be chasing those mosses, and that's great. So maybe I want to attack them just yet. I'm treading water right now. I'm not... I'm not able to really do much. I guess I can try accelerating time and see if we don't sink. Okay, that's good. I'm actually losing depth.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing 037.
Okay, so I can control my depth a little bit, but I gotta get away from the threat before I Oh, I think that's something firing at me. Yeah. Okay. Let's turn away. So I can control my depth, which is nice. I'm very slowly.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 8, last bearing 047. Contact is in the baffles.
Right, that's where the warships are. Okay. It is tempting to get a couple of torpedoes out, but they will track it back. They're 10,000 yards away. They'll track it back to where I am, and I don't really want that to be a thing. But I think my mission is scuppered. They're searching for me. I think I should try and get one out.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Because I mean they know where I am. They're not accurate with those depth charges, but they know where I am. So it's only a matter of time before
regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing 050.
Oh wow, wow, that's very close. That's really bad. Eventually they'll run out of depth charges, great, but I don't really want to take my chances there.
Shoot 2-4.
another one
Aye,
off.
sir.
I guess I just
Come
gotta
left 128, helm aye.
keep maneuvering, I think. But yeah, they are most definitely
Con
they
sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 341. Contact is in the baffles.
they most definitely have my number, and it looks like I'm not very maneuverable right now either.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 300. Contact is in the baffles.
There's the hole.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 342.
I guess that's a new escape hatch, crew. Good news.
Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, I'd love it if these torpedoes were much quicker, but they're not. So that's okay. I'm gonna have to keep. I guess jinxing is about the closest I can equate
Con
that to.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 339.
So I have to just keep changing my course and hope that these torpedoes, they're going to lead them right back to where I am. I guess we'll try and separate these a little bit just to see if it helps. I kind of want to turn. Now, let's see if we can do this.
Come left 082, helm aye.
No, it's turning towards the sonar buoy, but I think if it's passive, it's going to hit my propeller. So if I'm running away from it, it's going to hit me better than if I'm facing it, or at least side on. Yeah, this room did get decidedly warm all of a sudden.
Regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 299.
Okay, there's Sierra
Con
2.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 7, bearing 302.
Con, helm, steady course.
I don't know how close the Sierra 2 the looter is, but I imagine that it is it's heading to meet up with Sierra 3 and Sierra 4. I don't have a torpedo with Sierra 2's name on it right now, but if I need to, I absolutely will. I kind of want to drop my speed to 5 knots. It's going to help me listen to the contacts, but yeah, I don't need the towed area out. They're making a lot of noise. But when I turn away, it helps having the towed area out. So I'm just going to keep it in place. I can't go quick enough to damage it, so there is that. But yeah, that's not good. Okay, so Sierra 4 looks like it's potentially going to be on an intercept course with Torpedo 4. Yeah, it would be if I didn't do anything with that course or lost the wire. Why would I lose the wire? Well, probably because it gets cut by being hit by a depth charge. I'm going to jink again. We're going to turn a little bit more south. Just a little bit.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 298. Contact is in the baffles.
Looks like the load is actually turning away from me. Oh, he's still running away, which is a shame because it would be nice to have gotten that one as well. But hey, I'm not going to argue too much there. Torpedo 3, we're still going to run it. I think I'm actually going to engage. It looks like Sierra 3 is running. I'm getting a little creaky. Let's take a sip of water. Another jink. She will turn up maybe 65.
Come left
So-
2.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 298.
So if we look at Sierra 2,
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 7, bearing 299.
my towed area is not really doing much. It looks like. So and he's not a threat because he's still traveling away from me.
Con, helm, steady course.
Now Sierra 4 on Torpedo 4. I appear to have a date, so I'm going to get Torpedo 4
Con, fire
live,
control, weapon acquired.
and I'm going to manually push it to the surface. Let's push F5. We can watch it rise. Select Sierra 4 here. Right, so I'm pointing it towards the predicted interception point. I got a nasty surprise for you, Mr. Janeway. Yep, I actually want you to go towards the interception point, so I'm manually forcing it to hold its course. Yep, he has just fired upon that torpedo,
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 323.
which should be far south of me, and that's good because if it's coming at me, I don't have much recourse. Let's let that do its thing, and let's look at 3. I'm gonna make 3
Con, fire
active.
control, weapon acquired.
Yeah, I need the extra speed there, so 3, force it again to the surface. I just heard some splashes. That's not good. Go ahead and turn the boat. Let's get Torpedo 4 back towards Sierra 4. Go.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Let's check up on where I am. Okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing.
Torpedo
2,
3,
9,
what are you
7.
doing?
Contact is in the baffles.
Why are you diving? You don't need to dive. You're supposed to be on the surface. You're aiming for Sierra 3. Go get Sierra 3. Thank you. Torpedo 4, why are you going? Yeah, turn to port and attack, please. Come on. Detect it.
Con, fire control, weapon
Thank you.
acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
Okay.
321.
Torpedo 3 is distracted by seemingly anything. Maybe it can detect a mermaid. Okay. And it doesn't want to stay at the surface. That's very interesting. In fact, it's having difficulty tracking. Okay, let's jink again. Let's jink actually further. Let's jink to port.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
All right.
330.
I'm going to manually turn the torpedo
Con, fire
away.
control.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 297.
Oops, I just cancelled all my... I just managed to cancel my pitch up and my ballast by hitting X on the keyboard as opposed to stopping my
Con
steering.
sonar, noisemaker bearing 328.
To guide this in, aren't I?
Torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Oh! Do not like
Con,
that.
fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll...
Come right to 099 helm I.
we'll drink again. I'm going to guide 3 in because I guess torpedoes are not as smart in this environment. Maybe. So, let's switch to watch Sierra 3 take one up the jack seat, except... There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 297. Contact is in the baffles.
Okay.
Con, helm, steady course.
I took my revenge. And revenge is not a nice emotion, but yeah, I took it. Oh, okay. What's going on? Why am I getting a ping? Oh, that's why. Oh,
Come left to 053 helm I.
it's not a threat. It's several thousand yards away, but still a nasty surprise. Okay, I'm not gonna...
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 297.
Okay, let me see. The Luda, still going away from me? Yeah, it is. So I don't think the Luda's interested in engaging, and maybe I can disengage as soon as I've controlled the flooding and this torpedo's gone inactive. So I'm going to go ahead and just accelerate time.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Yeah, we're losing a bit of depth, which is good. So I can... Okay, there we go. Right, now it reckons I can disengage. I don't think I can because I'm flooding. Let's try it. Wait, we see the looter? Huh. Okay. At least 37,000 yards away, so I mean, he's kind of in range of a torpedo, but he's moving away at 15 knots, and so I'm not going to reach him. I've got some harpoons, though. Well, that would be wonderful if I could do that. Oh, he's coming towards me. We could engage him with a Mark 48, and we have a reasonable chance of getting within distance to be able to sink him. Do I really want to take care of this looter? I mean, no. What I really want to do is get out of dodge. So I've got to get this thing back up towards the surface. Okay, let's pitch up a little bit more. Let's look for air assets. It's F4 on the keyboard again. So let's see. Okay, with them. Helicopter somewhere, and fixed wing somewhere. Let's see if
1,000 feet.
we can see anything from here. No, we really can't. I'm going to fail my mission because I don't think I can get these T-lambs to the... Maybe I can. See, in my experience, once you start to leak, you forever leak. And you always leak at the most inappropriate of moments. I don't see anything around me, which I'm happy with, but all the same, I don't like... Yeah, I don't like the position I find
900 feet.
myself in.
Come right to 113. Helm aye.
I mean, it would... Okay, the helicopter's way to the north. It would be kind of amusing.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 297. Contact is in the baffles.
It would be very amusing to strike and sink this looter from such an extreme range. But it's a bit risky. And I'm...
Con, helm, steady course.
Guess let me control my flooding
Passing
first.
800 feet.
I'm slowly coming up, which is nice, but my flooding is still where it's at. Guess I'll accelerate time. Okay, so the
Passing 700 feet.
flooding is
Passing 600 feet.
getting better.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 400 feet. Passing 300 feet. Passing 200 feet.
Okay, so now here's a deal. I've got to reduce my speed because I'm going to start to cavitate soon, and that's going to mean my rate of ascent is going to...
Make turns for 5.
Oh no!
knots.
Oh no! No! No!
Maneuvering
No!
aye.
Okay, look at that. Yeah, there's a chance I'm going to
Con
break
Passing 100 feet.
the surface. That would be very bad news. Okay, let's
Maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
okay, let's not break the surface. That would be very bad news indeed.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 9. Bearing 326.
I'm actually going to run
Come
northeast,
left to 050. Helm aye.
and just call me a fool. I'm going to load these two harpoons. It would be pretty epic to take it out with a harpoon, I think. Especially if I get,
Passing 100 feet.
especially if I happen to take care of,
Damage control parties. Into the reactor space.
yeah, I never say never. Okay. It turns out I've only got 2 compartments flooded. But well, we've dealt with one compartment, which is good, and then the second compartment we're taking care of right now. We're hovering about 100 feet.
100 feet.
That's good. Okay, I'm gonna get my ballast. It's gonna be 0. I don't really want to break the surface. I don't need to be periscope depth.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
It looks like flooding is taken care of. Okay. Of course, that now when we dive down to depth, we're going to increase the water pressure, and there's a pretty good chance that we're going to get more flooding. Okay.
Con, helm, steady course.
We have survived, and now the decision I face as Captain Numpty is, do I want to engage this loader? It has missile defenses. I know it has missile defenses. Well, does it? Yes, it has anti-missile guns. It's going to detect the missiles. It's going to be able to fire missiles at me. I'm going to come under attack again, and it's going to send the air assets to me, or do I just want to disengage? I should just disengage. I really should. Is that fun? I mean, really, where is the fun in that? I'm going to have to...
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
If I'm going to head back to base, which I think I'm going to head back to base.
Make depth 190 feet, dive by.
I think I should really have a story to tell everyone. Really? Well, let's get down to 190 feet. I'm going to run silent.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We're going to prepare to fire on this. I'm actually going to get a torpedo out, but I want to make sure that there's no more flooding at 190 feet. Because then I'm going to make like a train and get out of here. See. I don't need the towed ring out. I can retrieve that. That's good, because we'll be running at flank speed. Let's check my compartments. Bit of accelerate time.
Con, dive at 190 feet, dive by.
Okay, I think we're all set to get a torpedo out.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Right, there we go. That's a torpedo on the way. Now that torpedo, okay, that torpedo, it's got the legs to reach the target. I know that much. Is it going to give it away? Is it going to give the enemy, they're going to know where I am? Yes, quite possibly. But I'm feeling lucky. I think we're going to be okay. What's the worst that happens, right? Well, I mean, we've been through a lot in this mission. This campaign has gotten difficult. Let's F9 it. Let's let it do its thing. In fact, you know what? Even better. I'm actually going to go and pause the recording. I need some water. I need something. I'm dry as a dry thing. Dry as a desert. And in a submarine that's just had 2 compartments flooded, that's not a good place to be. I'll be back.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 3, 2, 4. Contact faded.
You know, I'm having second thoughts about using harpoons. It's not that I don't particularly want to sink this warship with harpoons, it's just the attack may be completely ineffective. And even more so, it is going to give away my location. I don't think I need to give away my location when there's at least 2 fixed-wing aircraft out there. Let's take another look at the Luda whilst this Mark 48 is coming towards it. So we know it's got a close-in weapon system. Can we see it on deck? I don't see it. I see a lot of pointy guns, but I don't see a Sea Whiz or a Phalanx or something similar to that. So I'm pretty sure that these 4 turrets around the main section of the superstructure, I don't think that those are the Sea Whiz or the missile defenses. So I don't. It might be effective, it might not. Oh, I suppose, wait a second, might they put it up top maybe? I don't know. And I suppose I could have fired up Wikipedia or Jane's All the World Shipping or something and at least look to see, but I don't see yeah, I don't see what that... I don't see anything that I can identify as a turret. Okay, well, I'm gonna just keep this torpedo heading towards it. My towed area is in. If I need to run to flank speed, that's fantastic. So let's accelerate time again. I'm gonna concentrate.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 7, bearing 274.
I'm going to concentrate on this. The torpedo's actually got plenty of legs. It's got 19 minutes left to run, so I'm not concerned. But I really want it to not know where I am. So we're going to attack from its south. Like so. Hello, chumps. Okay, so we're about ready to attack this. It's starting its attack run at about 2,000 yards. Here goes. This, I mean, I could use a harpoon to distract it, but it's going to know where I am. So let's run this thing to surface.
Weapon acquired.
It's pretty much acquired it straight away. That's good.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 296.
It's turning towards me, which I would expect it to. Absolutely. Or turning towards my
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
torpedo. It hasn't really helped. Torpedo is still tracking. That's good. Torpedoes ignore the noise. Well, it was temporarily confused by the noisemaker, but right now it's still heading right at it. The Ludo's accelerating hard. It's now doing 26 knots. Still
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 295.
it's cavitating right. The noisemaker has confused it, so let's manually steer the torpedo further east. And I think we're just about there.
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 295. Contact breaking up.
I know you did not expect that. So welcome to my world. Don't fire on a US submarine and not expect something back like that. Wow, I get so bitter sometimes, right? It's just a simulation. It's just a computer game. And with that, I'm going to disengage. I did not need to fire the harpoons and give away my location. I did not expect to survive that, and I certainly did not expect to sink everything hostile that was around me. So, I'm actually going to draw a conclusion to this video. I don't want to push my luck. But thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you got something from this, yeah, let me know. Didn't really expect that to go quite as bad and quite as good. Thanks so much everyone for hanging out with me. Goodbye.